Welcome to the Anthropocene. We can now no longer deny Mother Nature's screams. We've pushed her to her extremes in the kingdoms above, below, and the lands in between. The elements, they roar so that we might wake up and see the damage that we have done and continue to do. A planet so precious it can't be made new, but it can be made healed, renewed, maybe even restored. A better world we can move towards. We now must face our impending doom. It looks like relentless floods and intoxicating fumes. We used to feel safe in our civilizations and our developments. But now we're a nation that's fueled by negligence, motivated by distraction, by devaluing action and the things that we could achieve. Our 20p bags buy us temporary relief, released from the grief of this thief that steals futures and time. But salvaging life just has to be our prime concern. Now is the time for lessons to be learned. To the world leaders appointed, we're frustrated and we're disappointed that the dreams we were sold have now led us here. Welcome to the Anthropocene, an era to fear. We're running into extinction. There's people who care and people who don't, a distinction. To be a world leader sounds like a terribly big ask, possibly an impossible task. So maybe it's that you've been set up to fail. Or maybe it's that you've put yourselves up for sale. See, I know you hear us, and we know you've heard, but you prioritize profit and privilege, and it's completely absurd. This affects all human beings the same, regardless of your wealth, your status, your position, or your name. To be a world leader, you must know what's right from what's wrong, but profit before people stands for a society that's not so strong. As we stand together but on different sides, fighting to be heard, whilst you protect your pride. You can afford the costs to prevent all from being lost, but you don't, or rather you won't. So now we dance our tarantella, a dance of chaos and hysteria, trying to learn how to help from the exterior when there's politicians inside fighting for financial wins. They invite us to dance with them and it's a deadly sin. A trap to disconnect, soul distractions in the hope that maybe eventually we'll forget where you continuously fall short and how you continuously distort what truly matters. They lead us into this crisis and they tell us with a grin, welcome to the Anthropocene. But the real change starts from within, with what truly lies in your hearts. Maybe there you'll find your part. The responsibilities we reflect back to you, because if you make the changes, then maybe we'll make it through. A new problem has now arisen. It's a generational cycle that feels like a prison for the youth of today. See, new life is now burdened with the messes of the old. We're welcomed to the Anthropocene, welcomed with a stranglehold. One that expects us to take a stance when sometimes we feel hopeless and denied a fighting chance. I was lucky enough to grow up and not care. The least politically involved, willingly blind to what's not fair or just. Till I realized the world can be cold, so who do I dare trust? This generational cycle, it begs us to think twice. Because if we bring babies into this world, then they'll have to pay the price. By the time the rising youth claim your positions of power, it will be too late. Unless it's already too late and now we're just witnessing the wake. This is now not only an Anthropocene of our Mother Earth and a hope for her rebirth, but one of forgetting what life is worth. This is now more than insanity, it's how we lose touch with our humanity. Britannia, she who once stood so high and so mighty, she's now been humbled as her land sinks and her cliffs they crumble. She cries for help in this ecological war. She doesn't feel so safe anymore, but no one listens to Britannia. She who once stood so tall, she's now welcomed to her Anthropocene, welcomed to her fall.